we go. Pretty fish, Eric, pretty fish.
Coming up next on Virginia Outdoor Life, this is prime time for red drum on the eastern shore, and we're going to go out and try to catch one. Plus, the action is nonstop at the Bay Bridge Tunnel. We take you to the hot spots and catch a little bit of everything. Lots of fish tails are on the way, so sit back and enjoy. Virginia Outdoor Life is next. Hi, how are you? And welcome to Virginia Outdoor Life for this Saturday, August 31st, the last day of August. We're almost to fall. You have been a fishing fool this week, haven't you?
I'm telling you, it's been an absolutely fantastic week. Red drum on Monday, everything you ever wanted to catch in your life around the bridge tunnel on Tuesday and Wednesday. I mean, it's just been a great week.
And we're going to run almost all of it down for you. As you said, you were in a red mood earlier in the week, so tell us a little bit about how the red drum went.
Well, the red drum fishing is good. This is the time of year when they show up on the eastern shore. And we went out with Bill Hall, one of the best anglers on the shore and in the country for that matter, and he took us out of Nassawadox Creek, and we got into some nice red drum action. Afternoon, we're fishing out of Nassawadox Creek on the eastern shore of Virginia with Bill Hall from Bloxham, Virginia, and Bill's going to demonstrate here how we rig up. We're going to try and catch a big red drum. I say try.
That's right.
Because you don't get one every time you go, but we're going to give it a shot. And Bill's going to show you the rig that we use to use on the red drum.
Okay, we're using 30-pound test from a lever action reel on a rod rated for 20 to 50-pound test. Basically what I do is I run the line through a fish finder, I attach a bead, and that goes to a snap swivel. Okay, the fish finder allows the line to be pulled through without the fish actually feeling the weight of the sinker, so he can actually pick it up and swim with it and knife it a little bit. Attached to the snap swivel, I've got about a 2-foot section of 80-pound test snelled to a 7/0 beak style hook. And but basically our bait consists of a cut and live spot. What we do, we take a nice spot, we cut it in half. You generally run the hook from the chin out of the nose so that the barb extends through the bait. Okay, and the fish finder rig allows the fish to actually mouth the bait and start to swim off with it before we put the reel in gear, set the hook, and hopefully hook the fish. All right?
Good. Now, will they move from here, do you think, to the surf, or do you think that's another class of fish that comes down to surf?
I think they come down and they'll meet the mouth of off the mouth of the bay and then go down to the Carolinas. Is what I think happens. But I think
they have drum back in the sounds too all summer.
Yeah, but I think a lot of times in the spring the runs, if you watch, the runs will parallel each other. You'll catch them. You'll catch them in the surf almost parallel before you catch them on the bay side. So I think the population comes up in the spring and splits. Part goes up the ocean, part goes up the bay. We've had people fish this spot in the morning, in the middle of the day, and rarely ever do they catch anything before 20 minutes after 6, and best fishing seems to be between 6:30 and 8 o'clock. This time we're going to put a live bait. We put Eric to work fishing. He's caught some small live spots. What we do, we hook this right in front of the dorsal fin, not too deep so it doesn't hurt the fish a lot, so he swims very lifelike. And sometimes live baits work better than cut baits. Sometimes cut baits catch everything. I like to give them a mixed bag just so we have all the bases covered. Also, if there's a cobia in the area, he tends to favor a live bait.
What about crab, Bill? Do you ever use crab out here for
No, we don't use crab. Crab is an excellent drum bait, but there's too many small
peck it to death.
peckers. We catch a lot of small gray triad, a lot of spot pinfish.
Feels like a ray.
What you got, Eric?
Oh, I think it's a ray.
Eric says it's a ray. That's a good chance it's a drum. This is what you wanted, isn't it?
It's him.
Okay. There we go. Pretty fish, Eric. Pretty fish. That's what we came after.
No, we didn't catch this. We'll save the day. Go catch a croaker.
me get him turned aside. We got him.
Got him, buddy. Nice job. Nice job.
He's 48 inches on the nose.
All right, so we're good to go. We got a citation.
Got a citation.
All right, thank you, my man.
Let me wipe my.
Thank you.
All right.
So you took a picture with it and you threw it back.
Let him go.
I like that hat too. I got to get me one of those.
Is that right?
Yeah, for next week for bass fishing next time. I'm going bass fishing next week.
I'll have a good time.
I want one of those hats for bass fishing.
They're great. They keep the sun off. They have a thing for your neck. It's excellent type of hat to wear.
Maybe a hot product coming up sometime soon.
You know.
Maybe. Now, how much longer are folks going to be able to get out on the shore and get some red drum like that?
Should be good through September, possibly into October. The weather, of course, controls it. The surf will start to pick up the second week of September, and that can go into October as well over on the barrier islands at the Eastern Shore. Same fish, only you're catching them in the surf.
So as long as the surf remains moderately smooth and the temperatures are warm, we can go out and catch
Yes,
them?
sir.
Okay.
Up to October.
Sounds good. Well, that's on the Eastern Shore, but there is also lots of good fishing going on right off Virginia Beach. When Virginia Outdoor Life returns, we will take you over to the Bay Bridge Tunnel for Spanish mackerel and flounder. It's all coming up right after this. Welcome back to Virginia Outdoor Life. Hot times at the Bay Bridge Tunnel. You took some of our very special Virginia Outdoor Life friends out there.
Yes, I did. We had a good time out there, but the fishing, I can't tell you how good it has been at the Bridge Tunnel all week. Not only when we took these folks, but it's just fantastic out there.
You've just been on a roll, haven't you?
Well, the fish are there, and when the fish are there, you got to go get them. And we took Waverly Pulley and his son Ryan. They came out with me aboard the Gimli, and we got all kinds of stuff around the 3rd and 4th islands of the Bridge Tunnel. This morning we're out here on the bay with Ryan and Waverly Pulley, and we're going to try and find some bluefish for them first of all and see how that goes, and then maybe some Spanish mackerel and maybe some flounder. For the bluefish, we're going to start off using a swimming plug. Now this is a Rebel wind cheater plug. This particular one happens to have a black back. The other one we'll be throwing is red and white. What we've got here is a piece of 40-pound leader material tied to the split ring on the plug with an improved clinch knot. That comes back here to a perfection loop. Now the reason we put this leader on is twofold. One, it keeps the abrasion down on the end of the line, and the other is that when we get a bluefish, we don't want to net him. They have a tendency to make a mess of your net, so we grab the leader and pull the fish in when we catch one. And we throw that in as close to the rocks as we can, and hopefully there'll be a bluefish in there that's hungry. All right, my man. Just let him go. He'll kick a little bit. But nice jump fish. You hear that hooks rattle? Let me grab the leader. There you go. All right, buddy. You got him.
I got one.
All right. Pulley's got one. Everybody got a fishy.
Yeah, little blues.
Woo. All right.
Got some bait, right?
Well, they're good to eat too. These
Yeah,
size. We got some bait. All right, my boys are in here. Nice fish. My goodness, that's a big bluefish for this time of year. Look at the size of that thing. Huh? Bake him up tonight. You have good supper. Well, after a pretty successful hour or so of plugging for bluefish, we decided we'd come on out here and see if we couldn't pick up some Spanish mackerel. They've been jumping around the boat. We're going to see if we can't catch us one on a trolled spoon. Ah, you got it. Got the old bluefish spin, I'm afraid. I don't know, it might be a Spanish. We'll never know if Ryan doesn't crank it in here. Come on, man. Crank. Okay. Yes, ma'am, that is, I do believe, what it is we came here for. Yes, one Mr. Mackerel. All right, Ryan. Just think, Ryan, he was just about that big when you started cranking on him. But now he's about 3 years older, and look how much he's grown.
A nice fish by the time you get it in. Isn't he pretty? There he is.
Got a nice sunlight on him. Huh? Nice job, Ryan. Nice one. This is a nice one. Oh yes, nice fish. Stay with me, baby. One more time. Oh, this is a pretty one. Pretty fish. Ah, nice fish. There you go. That was nice, Ryan. You let your dad catch the biggest Spanish since you got the biggest bluefish. That was good. You're a good son. All right, we're gonna, we've caught Spanish mackerel, we've caught bluefish, we're having a real good morning. Now we're gonna push our luck and try to catch a nice big flounder. What we've done here is we've taken a bluefish and we've cut him, we've filleted him just as if you were gonna eat him. Then we've taken the fillets and cut them into strips. Got a couple of chunks left over off the ends, but mostly we've used strips. And what we have here is a flounder rig. We have a little yellow bucktail hair. We have a Wharton spin and glow for a little bit of a tractor. And we have a true turn superior hook. All we do is just take a strip of bait, hook it from the meat side, pull it out the skin side, and we're ready to go. We just put that on our rod and reel and drop it down to the bottom, and hopefully Mr. Flounder will come along and do us proud.
Yeah, am I in your way? I mean, you know.
Hey! Swing him in, Ryan. He's a keeper. Swing him in the boat. There's a boy. All right, when you're flounder fishing, they're bottom feeders. There's no question about that. They got eyes on one side of their head. They live on the bottom. They feed on the bottom. You must present your bait to them on the bottom. First thing you must do is use enough sinker to get your line to the bottom. We're in fairly deep water out here now on the east side of the 3rd and 4th island. There he is. Oh, that's a nice fish. That's a nice fish. Oh, get that net. Get the net. Get it in the water. Yes! Woo! Told you that was a nice fish. Wow. Huh? Is that a nice fish? Woo! Sorry, gang. I didn't mean to steal your fish.
That's all right. Way to go, Cap.
All right.
You know, I've noticed something here in these
Yes.
two stories. I don't know if you picked up on this theme. No croaker. 2 stories, no croaker.
We did not have to resort to our ever-popular croaker. We caught what we went after first change.
I think that's great. That's the first time in months.
Great. Well, I wouldn't say
Okay,
months.
weeks. A couple of weeks. A
couple of weeks there. Yeah, we didn't do too good with the cobia, and the white marlin didn't pan
Right.
out. But these 2 trips were very successful, and I just can't emphasize how good the fishing is at the bridge tunnel right now. Of course, hopefully it'll hold up through the storms that are coming, and then from now to December it'll be good out there. Of course, the Spanish mackerel will leave, but we'll still have bluefish. We'll have flounder through October. I mean, it's just great. Just absolutely spectacular.
Excellent. Well, now that we know what Eric's catching, we're going to find out what the viewers are hooking up with. That's coming up in our Outdoor Scrapbook. And now, without any further ado, more talk of winners. These are the ones who sent our pictures in, or their pictures into us, or
Yes, they
however
did.
you want to phrase it.
Whatever.
All right. They've taken the time to send them in, so we put them in our Outdoor Scrapbook to show you. Now, how do we work this out? Are you starting this time?
I will. Amber Taylor of Oyster has got a cooler full of nice size 15 to 17-inch croaker. Pretty fish. She was fishing with her dad out of Oyster, and looks like they had a doggone good day. I know the croaker's been hot over there on the seaside.
Absolutely. Iris Van from Suffolk, also with lots of croaker caught on the James, fishing with her husband Rusty. So some good eating there. Big old fish fry coming up.
I imagine. Makes a great fish fry. All right, here's Russell Schwartz. Easy for me to say.
Yeah.
Of Carsville with a 5-pound bass caught on Lake Gaston, sent in by his stepdad, Raymond Carr. So congratulations to him. Yeah, look at the size of that bass. You should do so good next week.
Yeah, now, you talk about doing good. Look at this.
Wow,
My goodness. Joe Crum from Cape Charles, a 53-pound black drum. Sheesh. Fishing with his dad, Joe Sr., his mom, Ruby, his uncle Buster, at the cabbage patch using sand clams. That's a combination of a clam and a crab. Yeah.
I've seen those. Yeah.
They're very unusual, but you can find them in some of your better specialty stores. Yes. Hey, they catch 53-pound black drums.
Yes, they do.
Sand clams and peeler crabs. He says he has a special dad who takes time to take him fishing and takes time to catch monster fish. Yeah,
big
it says here he's 14 years old. The fish is nearly as tall as he is.
All right, now we go to...
How did this person get it?
I don't know. Mike Bibbo of Virginia Beach with a colorful Caribbean fish snapped while snorkeling off Jamaica.
He and his lovely wife Jennifer went a couple of weeks ago. It was sort of a delayed honeymoon, and there's Bibbs actually scuba diving. He is certified for this. He did not get the bends, did not have to go into decompression. He's showing off his sea cucumber right there.
Bless his heart.
I think no more needs to be said. They had a great time. So. They brought the pictures back, and thank goodness those are the only ones we got to see. Yeah. Well, it's time for hot product time here on Virginia Outdoor Life. It's the Water Pocket from WaterSafe. It allows you to keep your valuables dry and clean up to 130 feet below the surface of the water. This is a heck of a thing.
I'm telling you, it is nice. Our videographer uses it to keep our very expensive equipment safe when we go out on the boats or whatever. And
yeah,
you can put, and they come in different sizes. This is not the only size, but put like your valuables in there if you're going swimming or if you're surf fishing or wading or trout fishing or whatever. Duck hunting. Anytime you want to keep stuff dry, this will do it.
Yeah, let's demonstrate. Give me your wallet. No, I'm just. Okay. Let's give it away. I knew I couldn't talk you into that.
No.
Yeah, Bibbo swears by it, so I see this is definitely a value.
Definitely a good thing. All right, I got to do this one.
Go
we
for
went
it.
to the middle. We'll go to the top this time.
Who's on top?
Hot product drawing. Hi guys, watch every week. Wish it was 1 hour long. Cindy Maddox. Cindy Maddox.
Well, thank you, Cindy.
White
We
Marsh.
appreciate it. Now, as we tape this, we don't know about the hurricanes right now. What's going on out there? What do people need to do?
Well, they need to be very, very careful, get their boats out of the water, secure them as best possible, and of course their own personal, all their property, and just be careful out there.
Fortunately, we've had a lot of practice with them.
Yes, unfortunately.
That's the show for this week. Thanks for being with us. Stay safe. I'm Bob Matthews. He's Eric Burnley.
Y'all take them easy. Set of choppers there.